Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Katie, and today on my weekly Christian book review, I'm going to talk about Set in Stone by Kimberley Woodhouse. So this is Kimberley's second book in the Treasures of the Earth series, and let me tell you, I do know there were mixed feelings about book one. Read book two. Let me tell you, it was fantastic. It might end up being on my favorites of the year. We'll see, because I just thought it was great. This book kept me guessing. I thought I had it figured out right from the beginning what was going on. No. Kimberley twisted my brain around a few times by the end of the book. And I loved it. We got so much more faith content. We got so much more of the actual paleontology and digging type stuff in this book more than the first book. So if you were looking more for like a deeper dive into like the paleontology and the actual like dinosaur dig sites and stuff, pick up the second book. Honestly, I don't feel like you have to read the first book in order to enjoy the second one. We have different characters, we have a different plot line. It's completely different. So, they are all set during the Bone Wars of paleontology. That's really the only common denominator between book one and book two. So I think you will enjoy it even if you don't pick up book one, because this book was absolutely great. I loved it. So in this one, we're following a girl named Martha Jankowski, and she was a little paleontologist, girl growing up. She used to follow her dad around all the time, and then one day he ends up in a terrible accident, and so she's pretty much told, you got to be a lady now. You're not allowed to work with bones anymore and stuff. But as she gets older, when I think she's about 18, she finally gets her way and she gets her own dinosaur dig site. And so she's out there digging with the bones, wanting to be a full-time paleontologist. And so she ends up in her own Bone Wars because she wants her dinosaur skeleton in the museum. But the museum owner says, listen, we got another digging paleontology site that has another skeleton. And so they kind of have a competition where there's rules and guidelines that they can't get involved with each other's sites and everything. And then we have like the common denominator between the two, who is Jacob, and he ends up working for like both the bone sites. And so I loved Jacob. I loved his faith in God and how he trusted God during the tough situations and everything being thrown at Jacob. He was like, I'm still trusting you, God, for everything, even though I'm having this terrible time in my life right now. And so I just thought it was great. I love the characters in this book. The characters definitely I was more connected with in this one than in the first book. I really loved the setting. Thankfully I wasn't reading this in summer, because that hot setting would have put me over the edge during the hot summer months. But it's fairly cool here still in New York. But I really enjoyed it. I think you're going to enjoy it too. I thought it was great. It was a little bit of mystery, a little bit of romance, a lot of faith, which I loved. So definitely check it out. All right, so I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you to Bigger Publishing for sending me a copy of this book to read and talk about with you all. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in the next video.